Thanks Manscape for sponsoring this video. Coca-Cola. By far one of the most popular drinks in the world. And of course, they come in several sizes. We got Guga size, Mau size, Leo size, and of course, Angel size. But did you know a lot of people don't use it just to drink? People use it for some bizarre things. It's supposed to easily remove cooking grease, annihilate rust from tools, clean your windows at home. It also makes your glasses brand new, loosen rusty bolts, clean old coins, and several other things. The reason it works for some of these things is because Coke has some very unique properties, including carbonation, citric acid which is known to remove stains, phosphoric acid which is commonly used for rust removal, and carbonic acid dissolves limestone. Yeah, Coca-Cola is no joke, and that is why I want to run today's experiment. How will it affect steaks? Well, we're about to find out right now, as I'll be using these for today's cook. They are 4 beautiful ribeye steaks. Take a look at them. Notice the marbling. That is what a good steak should look like. Now here's how this experiment is gonna go down. I'll be letting all of the steaks marinate in Coca-Cola. One is gonna be for 1 hour, the other one for 6, one for 12, and the last one for 24. Doing this will let us know exactly if Coca-Cola will disintegrate a steak. And hopefully that's not gonna be the case. Well, we're gonna find out in just a little bit. As all of the steaks were marinating, it was perfect because it allows me time to go ahead and make an incredible side dish. And this is literally heaven on earth. And here's how to do it. The first thing to do is to cook up some rice. Highly recommend using a rice cooker. It is much easier to do. Once the rice is fully cooked, the next thing to do is to spread it out on a baking sheet. Notice I'm using a little bit of parchment paper underneath. Trust me, rice gets really sticky. The next step is to get a nice sharp knife. Highly recommend using a little bit of sesame oil. This will prevent it from sticking into the rice. Yes, you can use water, but it does not work as great as the sesame oil. You want to cut them into nice small squares. Just like this, take a look. The next thing to do is to go ahead and deep fry them. You want to keep the oil nice and hot. You don't want to let them fried for too long. We're just looking for a nice crispy skin. In the middle, it should still be nice and soft. Now the next step is the most important one of them all. Use whatever kind of fish you like. But I was fortunate enough to have a master chef here, and he sliced up an incredible salmon for me. I mean, how can you say no to that? Not only was it nice and fresh, it was done by a true professional. As you can see, in the end, everything was nicely chopped. For the seasoning, it's super simple. Into a bowl, I added a good amount of mayo, followed by some sriracha. Then I added Dijon mustard, a little bit of soy sauce, and this extremely special seasoning called furikake. It is delicious. Even on top of plain old rice is amazing. So after mixing everything up, my topping was now ready. All there was left to do is to place it on top of the crispy rice and add a little bit more of that furikake seasoning, because this is my take on spicy crispy salmon. Now, not only is this delicious, it is super easy to make, and it will please anyone that loves salmon. Now, how does it taste? Well, you're gonna find out real shortly, because remember, we still got our steaks. And talking about that, take a look. All 4 steaks, because the first thing I gotta do is to remove all of the Coca-Cola. And even before continuing, take a look at what it looks like inside. This is the one that was done for 24 hours. It's already disintegrating, but after removing all of the Coke, this is what I was left with. Take a look at the steak for 1 hour. As I hold it on my hand, it feels quite tender. You can also clearly see that the cap is already coming apart. Moving on to the next, we got the 6-hour steak, and surprisingly, this one feels different. It's also very tender, but the oxidation is much more pronounced. This is not looking good. Let's jump into the 12-hour one. The fat feels like it's already cooked. You can also clearly see that the fibers are completely coming apart, and this thing is so tender and floppy, it's barely holding itself together. But now let's jump into the 24 hours one. Oh man, I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, you can clearly see what's happening here. It has zero resistance. Not only is it mushy, it's completely falling apart on my hand. If I wanted to, I could just rip it apart like paper. I knew something was gonna happen, but this was not what I was expecting. And most importantly, are they gonna be any good? Well, we're gonna find out right now, as I wanted to keep the seasoning extremely simple. A little bit of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. That's it, nothing else. Notice that I season every single edge of the steak, because now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook it. I'll first be putting a nice beautiful sear. I will be using a little bit of butter on top. As once that's done, I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Because now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to grill some Coca-Cola steaks. So let's do it. Does that look good or what? And before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Manscaped. National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month was this past April, but come on guys, we gotta check every month. 1 man every hour, every day is diagnosed with testicular cancer. It is the most common form of cancer in men ages 15 to 35. So when you're down there, Manscaped and the Testicular Cancer Society want to remind you to check yourself with easy, once a month at home self-checks. Manscaped takes shaving balls and saving balls very seriously. That's why this year Manscaped is going to donate $50,000 to the Testicular Cancer Society to help those impacted by testicular cancer. So get yourself one of my favorites, the Lawnmower 4.0 by Manscaped. And check out manscaped.com/TCS to learn more how you can perform simple, routine self-check at home so you can prevent testicular cancer. Trim down there and check yourself, my friends. As always, you can use my promo code GUGA for 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video. Guys, don't forget to join the Manscaped movement and don't forget to take care of your pair. Because together, we save balls, baby. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steaks. Look at them.
They look good.
They look real good, everybody.
But there is 4 of them.
Uh-oh, that means something.
That always means something.
And then I got a little beautiful side dish right here for us to give it a try. We can say it's a little surf and turf because these are salmon over here. Angel's favorite fish.
As you can tell.
I want to know, how does it taste, first of all? And I also want to know if it's tender, if it's good, if it's bad, and if it's ugly. Sounds like a plan?
All right.
All right, let's go for it. Let's dig in right in because we got a lot to try.
All of these steaks smell so good. I don't even care what crazy stuff you did to this. I am just excited to try.
All right, let's give this a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's very tender.
Oh man, Guga.
It's falling apart tender. Wow.
I'm a fan.
There you go, everybody. It's a success. I know why you're a fan. How about you?
This is like a classic Guga steak right here.
Really?
It tastes amazing. I love the char on it. It's super tender. It's juicy. I love it.
Doesn't have any off flavors to you guys?
Off? No.
Nice. That's what I was looking for.
Oh god. I can see the gears in Guga's head turning. I'm like, oh man.
This has like an unnatural tenderness though.
Unnatural tenderness.
You could tell, yeah.
That was a lot better than I expected. I'll be honest, because it tasted great.
That's not a Guga steak. That's not a Guga steak.
You already gave your review.
I ate the fat. It's sweet.
Why? Because fat is sweet. You know what I mean? When you taste a little bit of the fat, it's always a little sweet.
Okay. Did you just wink?
No, I didn't. All right, are you ready? Let's go for the next one, yeah? Let me know compared with the first one. Sounds good? All right, let's go for it.
Just grabbing it with your fork and slicing it, it's, I feel, noticeably more tender than the previous one.
All right, let's find out right now. Second one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
Okay, hold on. I was about to say that's good, and then the juices of the steak started hitting me, and there's something strange going on here.
No, it's delicious, Neil.
I like the steak because when you first take a bite, you still get that char, the juice, the beefiness, but those juices come in, it definitely leaves an aftertaste that I'm not sure I quite enjoy.
Is it more tender? That's what I want to know.
It definitely, I think, is more tender.
It was good, but it had similar flavors to the first one. And now I'm confused.
The more time that passes, I'm just sitting here with this aftertaste. I'm like, what is that? But I'm trying to find out what this is.
It's juicy.
It's juicy, but it tastes a little bit weird.
All right, I said that's enough because they're going to find out what it is. Let's go ahead and dig in for the next one.
Look.
No, Leo, let's go.
No, I know that Angel's not a fan of this side dish.
Oh, but you want to try? Okay, you know what?
I want to try the surf to the turf.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Yep.
Ooh, that's nice.
Not for you?
Not for me. I gotta respect the sauce a little bit, but I just don't like the fish.
I'm on the complete opposite side as Angel. The fish is my favorite part.
Yeah.
I love how layered and how complex this is. You bite into it, on the top you get that sauce, you get that soft, chewy salmon, and you get a hard crunch. I don't even know what that crunch is from. This
Right.
looks like
Really specific, fried in Wagyu fat.
so layered, so complex, beautiful.
The only big advice I'm going to give it to you is make a bunch, everybody, because it's never enough. These things are delicious.
You guys gotta try this.
Can we please go to the next
Let's
one?
go to the next one.
I'm happy. I'm satisfied with that side dish. Let's do it.
Let's grab it.
Let's go.
Oh, wow. Take a look at this one, everybody.
Yeah, this thing
This
is
one
a
looks-
lot more tender than the last few.
And it looks juicier too.
All right, let's find out right now how good or bad it is. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It's getting sweeter.
Yeah, this one's sweet.
You can't even taste the charcoal on this one at all. As soon as you bite into the steak, it's just an absolute waterfall of juices that come out of it. And I will agree with Angel, like, it's very sweet.
But it's still doable in regards to the sweetness. It still tastes like a steak.
Don't get me wrong.
Overpowering.
It's still very good. It's tasty.
Yeah. All right, the finale. You ready for it? Very last one. Tell me how it feels when you cut it. Because I'm not going to cut, everybody. I want to show you this. I hope you can see it.
This is a little bit ridiculous.
You saw that? This one is crazy. All right, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody. Last one.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
This is insane.
Wow.
It's like a filet mignon, but sweet. You don't like it, Leo?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just not steak. Like, this is so unorthodox.
I could eat this whole steak too.
I know you can eat it because this boy loves Coca-Cola.
Now I feel like I know what you did.
That's right. I put him in Coke. That's right. So this one here, we got 1 hour, 6 hours, 12 hours, and 24 hours.
You know what? I'm going to put that back.
But to answer that question, if a steak will be disintegrated with Coca-Cola, not really. Now here's a question for you guys. Would you like to see a steak completely disintegrated? If you do, I'll leave it in a week and we'll see what happens. Because I think a week will do it.
I think you need to leave the steaks alone, right?
I was gonna say, you can leave it there for a week, but we're not eating it.
Let us know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.